Hey guys, welcome back to another This Week in Resident Evil. I really didn't think I'd be making a video this quickly, but news is continuing to come for this series and it's coming from all different areas, not just game related, but TV series, films, board games. So we've got quite a bit to cover in this one. Obviously won't go too in depth, but I'll do what I can. So what I want to start with is something I believe deserves your backing quite a lot. I am already a backer on Kickstarter, and I wish I was able to have been a backer previously when they released Resident Evil 2 version of this. So, Steamforged Games, based in the wonderful, wonderful hometown of Manchester, have just started their Kickstarter campaign for the Resident Evil 3 board game. It is currently already beaten its pledge. Its pledge was 150,000. Well, its goal, sorry. It's currently at 386,000, and it's still going. This game looks absolutely outstanding. You can back it to get the game for as little as £65, and then there are add-ons. And with the campaign still going, that they are releasing things that you can only get as part of a Kickstarter exclusive if you as they hit certain targets. So I'll go for a few things now for you, just to tell you what's there. So Resident Evil 3 is a tabletop board game. If any of you have seen the Resident Evil 2 one, which is available now to buy from certain shops, it's very similar. It will cover, from what I can see, the original Resident Evil 3, not the remake. If you're interested in this, they have released an online demo. It is for 1 to 4 players, and if you don't buy it as part of the Kickstarter, if you buy it normally, you will receive I think it's Jill, Carlos, Nikolai, and somebody else as playable characters, and as enemies you have Nemesis, 2 different versions. So if you were to back it on Kickstarter, you would get Kickstarter exclusive design for the boxing. You get an exclusive Stars version of Jill Valentine for the playable models. You get all the stretch goals for free after, which is everything. When they've hit extra targets, they've started adding things. And you obviously get the board game as well. So since they have started, they have already hit multiple extra targets. They've released extra things as well now. So the original things was the Stars Pledge, which was the original game. The stretch goals have now included, there's a disco version of Jill Valentine for the alternate costume, there's a biker version, they have added Tyrell Patrick, there's a new hard survival horror mode game that's been added, a hard mode, the spiders from the original have been added, the clock tower's in there as well, by the way, for those of you who've complained about the remake, no clock tower. Murphy's been added, Marvin's been added, I think it's the Bloodsuckers, Brainsuckers, I can't remember. Brad Vickers has been added as a playable character. On top of that lot, there is extra stuff you can also purchase. So if you were to pledge an extra £8, you can get the Resident Evil board game backers. If you were to go for an extra $20, you could get the original PlayStation 1 design pack for Resident Evil 3. So the box itself then has the Resident Evil 3 Nemesis art on it. There's a dice pack there. And this new thing that they added this morning, City of Ruin, which is an extra 9 missions alongside more enemies, as well as introducing the Hunters, another variant of the Nemesis, and I think it's the Grave Digger. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm currently trying to get hold of Steamforged Games to see if they're happy with me creating a video on the online demo that they've made, just so I can show you how it plays. I'm pretty sure there is some videos on their YouTube site. There is how-to guides and stuff on there that are just showing you, how the game runs and stuff like that. But I'm really looking forward to this. Apparently, I'm not expected to get it until June next year, but we'll see. Sorry about that, guys. Bit of an interruption there. So on top of the release of the Steamforged Kickstarter, we have also had news about the Resident Evil film franchise. Now, before a lot of you are going, oh my god, no more Alice, no, don't worry, we're not expecting to see that monstrosity ever again. So I'll give you a bit of a story about what's happened ever since the original film franchise ended, and we'll see what goes on. So in May 2017, Constantine chairman Martin Moskowswick, I think that's how I say it, I don't know, said that the reboot of the film series was already in development. In the same month, it was announced that James Wan would produce the reboot and a script by Greg Russo. In December 2018, Jonathan Roberts was hired to write and direct. As a writer and director. And Wan left the project to helm the reboot of Mortal Kombat. In August 2019, the Level Unlocked podcast first broke the news of the movie being developed and informed everyone using Screen Rant that the reboot would be super, super scary and more faithful to the games. Whew! Faithful to the games. So, before I go into the news that's broke recently, more faithful to the games, I'm hoping means that we are going to get more of an actual, the consistent story. We're going to have the Mansion incident. We might get the Resident Evil 0 incident. We might get a proper Nemesis incident. Maybe Code Veronica X. We see, things like a proper Chris versus Wesker. We see Claire searching for Chris. Stuff like that. And I mean, it's going to be hard to do because obviously you can't have all the puzzles in there and stuff like that. But you're not going to have a film of somebody searching a mansion for half an hour to find a key. But it's possible. It's just about how close to the actual original content you can get. So now for the news that has come this month. So, it has been reported by Full Circle Cinema that the studio has been eyeing Brendan Thwaites, who began his career in 2011, starring role in the series Slide, and later appeared in Home and Away. So, he's been in Blue Lagoon as well, so he's a relatively unknown actor, which is kind of pointing more towards either horror or B movies. Which horror is quite a difficult area to be in within cinema. They're also eyeing Kea. Sorry if I any pronunciations. I really can't talk today. Scolderano? I don't know. She's English. She is best known for her roles in... Oh! She was Effie in Skins. And she's been in Maze Runner. So, she's been around for a while. Relatively known to my generation because I was like teen when Skins came out. And they are also looking at Harris Dickinson, who is an English actor who is known for his portrayal as Frankie in the 2017 film Beach Rats, which I have never heard of. And it was nominated for an Independent Spirit Award for Best Male Lead. So, yes. And London Film Critics Circle Award for Young British Irish Performer of the Year. So, it looks like a relatively unknown talent, new talent, I guess, but they have some experience. There's not really much I can say about that. But the big one that's come out recently is this, which I didn't report on this straight away because I didn't quite believe it was true. So, it's been reported that Hannah John Kamen, any of you recognise the name? You should do if you're a Marvel fan. Is being offered the role of Jill Valentine. So, offered. Not being looked at, offered. So, for any of you that don't remember her, she's an English actress that is known for her roles in as Dutch in the sci-fi television series Killjoys. She was also in Game of Thrones for a little bit. And she was in Ready Player One. And she was in Ant-Man and the Wasp. So she was Ghost for those of you who don't remember or can't put a face to the name. So yeah, that's a relatively big name compared to the others. And it's a confirmation saying that she's actually been offered it. Now, I didn't believe this at first because it was coming from a source I hadn't heard of before. I just kind of ignored it, but since then, Screen Rant have announced it. A few others have announced it, and I've seen more news again today from another source announcing it. So it looks like we are actually pressing forward with a brand new film franchise that is supposedly going to follow the game content and is going to have Chris, Claire, Leon, and Jill for the first film. So to me, that sounds like we're having a Raccoon City film, not a mansion film, unless we're going to do it in 2 splits. I don't know. Be quite interesting to see how they do that, because if you miss out the mansion incident, then what do you do with Wesker? So it'll be interesting to see where that goes if this continues. There's not really been any news about the Netflix series. Last time we heard it had been put on hold due to, well, what we thought was going to on hold anyway due to the coronavirus. Seems to have possibly been news that it's actually been cancelled, but we don't know. So we'll just have to wait and see there. Sorry that this has been dragged out a bit, but for me they are 2 big chunks of news there. So you've got the big release of the Steamforged game, which I'm really looking forward to, and I'll try and do some more content on. And then we have a possible brilliant film franchise coming out as well, which we've all been waiting for ever since we saw what they did with the original films. So guys, thanks for watching. If you've watched all this all the way through, please drop me a sub, drop me a like, speak to me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.